cold, man. I just bought this damn
man.
I just bought this fucking outer box for the MacBook, bruh, from Amazon. That bitch was like 85, but it's fucking. I did a YouTube video on it, and that bitch like fucking hardcore, dog. Like some
Oh
shit you
yeah.
use. Yeah, it's like a fucking armor type of shit, dog.
Yeah. And they like make it one of them military grade laptops, kinda.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it
Okay.
looks like. Yep,
Alright.
yep.
Wait, is that the one they had like when you got to put the screws in it?
Now this one you don't. It snaps on, but it's kind of made out of their material, honestly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man, I had two of them cases that you put the fucking screws in. That shit, I mean, this fucking beast when you have it, but obviously it's a hassle putting that shit together and taking it off.
Well, I'm gonna say, well, the thing that aggravates when you take it off is when like a little fucking water gets on the inside
Yes,
of the
bruh.
screen. That is the most aggravating fucking thing in the world, bro.
Yeah, dog. Man, look, and then you got a fucking dog, that shit could be a fucking weapon. It's so fucking heavy, dog.
Right, yeah, legit.
Bro, I gotta get 75 double doubles with John Wall, dog. That's ridiculous.
How many? 75 double doubles? Shit.
Yep.
What's that to get him to what, a pink diamond?
From from a pink diamond to a galaxy opal.
Gotcha.
So that makes it worth it.
You gotta do that shit against other players or just do it against the computer?
Computer. Oddly enough, Tank, that's still a lot of work, dog.
So how many double doubles?
75.
Oh shit! I thought you said 25.
75. Yeah, you can see some of the other shit you gotta do, dog. That shit's intense. Like some players, you gotta score like 1,800 points and shit. Nigga, I gotta get fucking 200 steals with Porzingis, dog.
Porzingis.
Right, dog, exactly. 200 steals and 200 blocks. The dumbest shit ever, dog.
Nah.
I ain't even working on his. I said, fuck it. Oh, dude, oh my gosh, dog.
Still a fucking pick, dog.
Yeah.
Man, he got me fucking fade ball first play, dog. See, this is shit he did last game, bro. Fucking fade balls, man. Fucking touchdown, first fucking play, bro. Gosh damn it.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken very short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Come on, boys.
Be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 20. Watch the run. No. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Touchdown, Packers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From midfield, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Fuck!
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the shotgun, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Seahawks. 12. 57 the mark.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very unusual divisional round weekend. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. Last week in that wild card win, only one catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Throwing again here, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Newton on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw, Newton. He's got Adams on the hook on. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Newton now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch.
A final shot before break. Newton eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Right to the shot, all right,
Son of a bitch.
Empty, and it's 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments will make. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's great. He's checking crowd. 8.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Newton. He'll buy some time right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they try the right side here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Newton. It's caught here by Adams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
20.
Play action. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And Adams has it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side instead of...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves...
They got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 31, Newton. It's caught. This is White. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Come on. Look. Comes to me, it's me. 59 mark, 59 mark.
Throwing again. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
50 seconds to Mike. Looks well. 50 seconds to Mike.
To throw again is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20. Gun.
Throwing here, Newton. Flush to his right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the interception, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000 yards rushing in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This one fielded at the 5. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin.